Hi everyone from Spoiler Alert. And I keep seeing a lot of people doing videos on how many shares do I need to earn $1,000 a month in JEPQ, or name your dividend stock. And we're talking about monthly ones right now, but it naturally that figure is going to change depending on a number of things. One is, how quickly do you need it? Is it something that are you ready for retirement right now? Do you need to have $1,000 a month in, say, JEPQ as an example, as opposed to FEPI or SPYI, QQQI? Those are all my different favorites of mine. And right today, I'm going to talk about 7 dividend shares that I really like, and that I've kind of been putting my money into, and I will, give you my take on all of this. So let's start with JPIQ first of all. That is one of the lower paying ones, and JPIQ. You could write these figures down, but they will mean nothing because this is the daily. And at the time of this filming, this is what I've got for figures. But $49.81 is what it costs to buy a share of JPIQ, and that particular dividend stock pays an annual dividend of, according to today's outlook, $4.97. The dividend averages 40 cents a month, and if you wanted to have $1,000 a month right now, if you in dividends, you would have to own 2,500 shares, and those 2,500 shares would cost you $49,810. So that's what it would cost right now. Naturally, if you're younger and you want to buy JPIQ and you want to hold it for a long term, if you're 25 years old, which if you're 25, you should be probably buying a lot more growth stocks, but it's good to have dividend ones also, because of a bad market, and they pay even in a bad market. But anyway. Again, if you accumulated 500 and just let those sit and you always want to do DRIP if you're younger. I do DRIP anyway, just to, it's DRIP, if you don't know what it is, if you're new to this, it's basically you're buying every month when that dividend comes in, you're using those dividends to buy more shares, and that's what that means. So I would say, always enable DRIP so that you get return on, the stocks are going to accumulate. It's going to give you more income down the road, especially if you're not needing to use it now. So the next one, and this is a really new one, so the figures are a little bit more iffy, but OMAH, this is another favorite of mine. These are my blessed 7, my top 7. So OMAH, that stock is another annual one. It's the Berkshire Hathaway one. And that is, right now, if you wanted to buy a share today, would be around $19.30 is what it would cost you to buy a share. So cheaper stock. The annual dividend is I'm figuring it because this is so new. It's only been out 3-4 months. And so just a guesstimate, it's been averaging 23 cents a share per month since it started. And so I'm just guessing times 12, that's $2.76. So that's a guess of what that would be, unless that changes. So as far as how many shares, you're going to need 4,348. That is is only going to cost you $19,300 though to earn the $1,000 a month. So it's actually a cheaper, if it holds at that price or goes up, then that is actually a pretty good buy to earn you $1,000 a month. Once again, do you need to buy them all at once, or do you need to buy them over time if you're younger? So then next, I would say another good one is IWMI. That's also in my blessed 7. That share goes for around 45, 43 right now today. Annual dividend is about $7.12, which is good. It's, all of these things, the dividends go up and down, is averaging around 55 cents roughly. And how many would you need to own to earn 1,000? You would need to own 1,819, 1,819. And that would cost you, to buy those 1,000, that would cost you 45,430. Next one is SPYI, another real favorite of mine. That share goes for $50.32 a share right now in today's market. Annual dividend is $6.15. And again, the averages, I would say the average is around 50 cents a month. How many shares do you need? You'd need about 2,000. And that would cost you $50,320 to buy 1,000 right now. So plus or minus, depending on how the market's moving. QQQI, big favorite of mine. That one is also in my blessed 7. All of these are. $52.01 is what it was going at the time that I was doing the research on this today. Annual dividend is $7.53. That one is pretty damn high. The average is around 60 cents up or down. You would need to own 1,667 shares to earn 1,000, and that would cost you $52,010 for 1,000 shares. Next is JEPQ, JEPQ. I love this one. It's like I do QQQI. That is going for $54.40. Annual dividend is around $6.11. Averages between like 50 to 55 plus or minus. You'd need about 2,000 for that also, and that would cost you $54,400 if you wanted to buy all the 1,000 right now. And all of those big figures that I'm giving you, that's if you were to buy 1,000 shares right now. And then last but not least is FEPI, $45.52 is what it's going for today, up or down. At the time that I looked at it, it was $45.52. The annual dividend on that is really high. It's $12.20. It's a little bit of a scary one but it's been paying out. Although I have been noticing it's trending down. It was really easily averaging over $1, and now it's down to about, lately it's been down to about 80, 85, 90 cents a share. So it's one to maybe keep an eye on, but I've been buying it. You would need 1,176 shares to earn 1,000. That would cost you $45,520 right now to buy 1,000 shares of that. You could look at that and say, oh, well, that's the best payer. But again, none of these dividend shares go up and down. And, most of these ones have been holding pretty steady. So I've got pretty good confidence in them. FEPI, I'm keeping a better eye on. If you wanted 7,000 right now, and you had $316,790, you could buy all of those shares that I mentioned, and that's what it would cost you, and you would be earning $7,000 a month for the price of 316,790. So again, when people say to you, and you see these different broadcasts on there, and they say, "Oh, how much do you need to earn 1,000 a month off of FEPI, off of JEPQ, off of OMAH, QQQI, SPYI, IWMI, or JPIQ?" And I name them all again just because those are my blessed seven, as I'm calling them. So, how much do you need? Well, how many shares do you need? Well, again, it depends on, are you collecting right now? Do you need 1,000 a month right now? And if you do, then that's the amount that you need, the ones I named off. And that's what it would cost you to buy it right now. If you're younger, if you're in your 40s, say, and you're not going to be retiring for another 20 years or so, then, as far as what do I need? Well, what you need is what you need, because if you need 1,000 a month right now, then that's how many you need. And I gave you all the figures. Again, those are constantly changing. You need to keep an eye on, if you're going to buy dividend stocks for, a regular income, keep an eye on the dividends. They change over time, and you might want to change as, there might be a new one that comes out, or somebody starts talking about a better one that is worth looking into. Maybe you want to change. So it's always good to keep an eye on what you're investing in. But those ones I mentioned, and I will name them again: FEPI, JEPQ, OMAH, QQQI, SPYI, IWMI, JPIQ. There are others that are equally as good or good, but those are the ones that I call my blessed seven. I love those for dividend shares. I highly recommend them. I am not a financial investor. I want to really, really emphasize that. I'm self-taught. I'm just doing this. This is based on my own investing and what I've done for my research. So you take this with a grain of salt. If I'm not telling you this is what you have to buy, and this is my investment advice, because I'm not an investment advisor at all. So, but like I said, I have done some research on this. I think I'm pretty sharp on what I'm buying, and I believe in it. And I'm only telling you this because I believe in it. So that's my take on this. That's the seven that you could put it. Do you want to put all your money into one? Sure, you could. I tend to split. There's some that I buy more of, and I'm not going to say which ones, but of those seven, I'm buying all of them. So which one, do you prefer to put your money into, or more of your money into? That's up to you. But again, do your own research. But as far as the advice that I'm giving right now, I'm doing this video because I keep seeing videos where someone is saying, how much do you need to? Well, there's a lot of variables, and how much you need is what you need. Do you need it now? If you need it now, then the figures that I gave you, that's what you need to get 1,000 on those right now in today's prices. So, and again, that'll change because the market goes up and down. So, and that's another thing. If you can buy over time, you can dollar cost average. You can buy when the market's down. I mean, so do wise investing if you have time. If you don't have time, then you got to do what you got to do. Like anything else. So that's my advice. I hope you liked the video. This is Dom and Mike, spoiler alert. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, neither is Dom, and so I'm not trying to say that we're any experts or I'm any expert. But please leave a like, subscribe if you would, forward the video on to, if you know of anyone that's I'm not looking to get. It's not like I'm looking to get money out of this. I'm not doing any scams or anything like that. I don't have some website. I'm not selling some, software or anything else. I'm just telling you what I've learned, and so take it as you will. And thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it, and check out our other videos. But thank you very much. Like I said, if you would like and subscribe, it really helps us out. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.